Look twice, save a life. 5 words, 18 letters that, for the most part, mean be safe when on the public roadways. But for some people, those words mean so much more, because not everyone who puts the key in the ignition comes home alive. In May, the Lexington County Coroner's Office started painting white crosses at the site of fatal accidents in remembrance of those lost. And while some people believe that the program titled Cross with Care violates the separation of church and state, Deputy Coroner Laura Moore says that the crosses are a choice, not a requirement.
You know, every situation is different. Everybody's beliefs are different. But if a family of a decedent wishes to have that, then, you know, that should be their choice.
And it's a choice no one ever wants to have to make, but it's a choice Debbie Williams is all too familiar with because of what happened on April 16th on Old Barnwell Road when she stopped hearing from Larry Edgar Williams after he left church on his motorcycle.
I sent somebody the direction he normally comes from church, which is Old Barnwell, and then, of course, down the other way, just in case he had to detour or something. When my niece came in and she said they had Old Barnwell blocked, I knew immediately. My gut just told me. And I grabbed my keys and ran out and got in the car, and I got down to this scene. And there was a guy fishing on the bridge. And I said, "What happened?" And he said, "The guy on the bike didn't make it." And I said, "What?" He said, "The guy on the bike didn't make it."
On the way home from church, Larry was struck by a driver who was later charged for DUI. By the time Debbie made it to Old Barnwell, her husband of 46 years had already passed. And he became the first recipient of a white cross from the Cross with Care program. But what's extraordinary is that she says when she wants to feel close to her husband, she doesn't go to the cemetery where he was buried. She gets in her car, drives the 1.5 miles from her house, and walks up the hill on Old Barnwell Road to where the father of her children, her husband, her soulmate, took his last breath. And in regard to the Cross with Care program, Debbie says it's one of the most comforting things to come out of the tragedy.
We would lay in each other's arms at night sometimes and say, "You know, one day one of us won't be here. We better remember what this feels like." I mean, I can still close my eyes and feel his arms around me.
Look twice, save a life. With Carolina News, I'm Alan Devlin.